all the other stuff.
You're gonna see that. You're gonna it went first. That's where you're gonna see that black and white image baby that's over there in Africa. That's the one you're gonna be like, oh, okay. Next
Yep,
picture.
yep. Elongated skull. Baby look like it's straining. And they were talking about some. See, look at the similarities in culture. It's like no, actually, we went to Africa.
What's up,
And
man?
we went to Africa and we taught them that stuff. Africans didn't come in here until later. We taught them Africans those customs.
And
Like
that's
even
the
when it
thing about
comes to
it too.
the beaded jewelry, right? They have this even in Africa, but not the way we do it particularly. But it's still similar. This is called a buffalo. It's like a buffalo bone necklace. But we get ornaments of beads and we make like different jewelry.
I got
But I tell people,
417. What's up for my
as I said, watch when you get to you on point. Watch when you get to Zing He and all that. When you start, because you got to start taking in consideration people and all these people that talk history, like certain people on this TikTok that carry themselves a certain way. They don't bring up bartering. They act like the world didn't barter before chattel slavery. Like,
The
how you
three
gonna act like people of different demographics of culture around the world weren't doing semi-advanced things and kind of knew
Forget
each
the
other before
eunuchs.
it got out of hand?
AKA the three Ethiopias, but we didn't say Ethiopia. We said Ethiopia, and I'll be telling people. I also was going to do a video about language because they used to make fun of our syllables and say that we was illiterate, but really and truly we shorten the way we speak. That's what we do, and we're still doing it to this day. We don't do all that extra stuff. Why? Because it leaves room for manipulation of language. When we said stuff, that's what it meant. It wasn't all, oh, maybe he meant something else because ice can also mean jewelry and ice can also mean, like, we shortened it and we also use gestures as well. We also use gestures as well to communicate. Kind of like how we do today. We're like this and that and all this and we're using our hands. We've always been doing that.
It's like one of my told me
Wait,
before,
wait, wait.
or how much
Wait,
you
wait.
from their culture, you can't take that out them for real.
You know what? I take that back about one word that could mean a couple things, but it depends on how you said it and what you use at the end of it. Because our language was it was shortened. But it wasn't like this English language because this English language is like a spell, and I don't like it.
It really
Has
is.
corrupt vowels.
It
I
really is.
don't like it.
It's when I
It's
started,
corrupt. Yeah, exactly.
it blew my mind that English is technically the actual backwards language, and it's the only language that makes us the subject of the sentence, the person, and not the item, the subject of the sentence. It's us. We're the subject instead of what we're talking about being the subject. It blew my mind to actually realize that we are speaking backwards in comparison to everybody else.
Yeah, the reason why people in Africa are confused when they come here and they like, oh, we only know of the Indians and we only know of the white people is because that's what I said. People don't gotta go that far back. Only in the 1800s is when they really made the switch. A lot of us knew what was going on in the 1800s. So really and truly, you really don't gotta go that far back to figure out what the French toast is going on. Like even in Mexico, you go look at the census in Mexico. Go look at the census in Mexico. See how many quote unquote Negroes was classified in Mexico at a certain time, and also see how many quote unquote Africans was really classified on the census. Not from Google, the actual documents. The actual documents in particular areas. The actual documents. And somebody wanted me to speak on the California Indians. The California Indians, they intermixed a lot. Some of them fled. A lot of us are actually from that area when we fled to the east, because we was all over North America. We fled to the east to the Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? And
It's
a
funny
lot
how
of
the
us.
California blacks still pop up. All you gotta do is type in California blacks, it still pops up.
Yep.
Where I live in California is supposed to be Ohlone land.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I learned from studying is about the last like wild Indian named Ishi or Ishiti, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They treated that man like an experiment. Is pretty fucked up. Um, I wouldn't exactly say that he was deeply melanated, but he wasn't fair skinned either, you know, and he was one of the last surviving people of his tribe in California. So they like studied him down in Berkeley. They even took him to where a lot of his people stuff was there. And like,
You breaking up?
I'm breaking up.
Yep.
You hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. It's like it goes full speech and then it just disappears for a quick second.